What we've got here is failure to communicate.
You know, coming from the city of Chicago, we had a couple newspapers, Chicago Sun-Times, Chicago Tribune, Chicago Daily News, the usual big city newspapers that carried everything from opinions on politics to the Cubbies, the White Sox, and Beetle Bailey. Well, I moved to a smaller town outside of Buffalo, and in that newspaper in Tonawanda, they had a column by a guy by the name of L.M. Berry. Small town stuff. And one of the things he mentioned there was that this is back 50 years ago. In the United States, between the federal, state, and local level, there are 1 million laws on the books to enforce the 10 Commandments. Think about that. You've had Joe Biden's doctor appear before a congressional committee yesterday. And every time they asked him a question about the competence, the health, the attitude, the capabilities of Joe Biden, he invoked the Fifth Amendment. Now, if I was a congressman on that committee, I would have put together a list of the names, the phone numbers, the next of kin of the 13 servicemen that were killed in a botched withdrawal from Afghanistan. I would have included the people who were killed by illegal aliens that came into this country during the Biden administration, just as I did them. And I would ask the doctor, would you please call each one of these people and tell them that they lost their sons, their wives, their loved ones, but don't worry about it. Joe Biden was in full command of his senses when it happened. Would you call them and tell them that? I wonder what his answer would be. I have an idea. There has to be a way, because there are companies, there are occupations in this country that you have to pass a lie detector test before you can be even considered. So help me God is a joke when testifying before Congress. This doctor just showed you why. James Comey, the head of the FBI, lied. Brennan lied. Clapper lied. Anthony Blinken composed a false letter. 51 other people lied when they signed it, saying that Hunter Biden's laptop was Russian collusion. They all lied. And it doesn't matter. Are they going to lose their pensions? I hope so. 1 million laws on the books to enforce the 10 Commandments. It comes to very, very simple. How you were raised in first grade is basically the way we should be running our country. Unbelievable. Watch the Howdy Boomy podcast on YouTube, all over the place. The Howdy Boomy Show. God bless you. God bless the United States of America. HowdyBoomy.com, a great website for senior citizens, the baby boomer generation. See you tomorrow.